getting a slightly more high-end printing going on here to help you understand the settings a bit more. Now, normally the settings just look like this. It's just like very, very basic. Now, if you go custom, there's more stuff we can mess around with here. So click on the hamburger and let's click on advanced here instead. And this will give us a lot more options that we can look at here. So first of all, the quality. If you want a quick print, just go with 0.25 on there. Makes the layer is slightly less, so it's slightly rougher, but I mean, let's face it, often with 3D prints, you spray paint them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Wall thickness you can leave on 0.8, and if you wanted to make it quicker, you could reduce that to 2 maybe, so it just does 1 less. Infill is what's printed inside the walls. If you're wanting a solid wall to make it very strong, you change that to 100%. Keep it on lines because that makes it quicker. We'll go down to the next one. Let's close that window there. We'll go material we can leave because there's nothing different on there. Speed. Print speed, you can actually put it on 140. The default is 50, but 140 is acceptable for printing generally because the outer walls it will print slower because those are the high quality ones, but the inside ones, that can be really quick, so it doesn't really matter how neat that looks. Okay, so let's close that, and then we'll go to travel we can leave, cooling we can leave, supports. Now support structure is the biggie. This is what determines a quick print from a slow print and a high quality one from a rubbish one. So I'm going to go generate support. Now there's different options here. If we have normal and support placement is everywhere, I'm going to change, well, my angle is 70% there, and that's just I think that's 38 degrees is the default, man. So that would put a lot of support structure down here. Now, it's sort of with support structure, it's a bit of a dark art. Just choose lines and you can knock the density right back to like 5% on the lines. And yeah, you can get it really, really thin. Build plate adhesion is how it sticks down onto the build plate. For a small print, you can just go with brim or skirt, but for a really big one, you want to go with raft, which makes a really thick bed of PLA on the bed so it doesn't curl up. So I'm just going to go with brim on this one here. Okay, and let's slice it and let's see what happens. I think this is going to need a lot of support structure given the angle, so we'll see how this comes out. Trouble is, with not enough support structure, the print will most likely fail. Okay, so you can see there we've got a decent amount of support structure there holding the whole thing up. It's very dense. So now we're going to see if we can reduce that down a little bit. So if we go to support, instead of it being on normal, let's try tree instead. And we'll increase the overhang angle to 60. 5% is still okay, and let's just slice that again. We'll see what that comes up with. It was on 8 hours something before, so we'll see if this is any quicker. Oh, that's good. That's a much bigger reduction. 5 hours, yeah, 5 hours 53. Okay, so that's using a slightly more advanced, that's using a little bit more of an advanced support structure method. So that's quite a good one to use there. So really, that's it. The things that really determine print speed are your support structures and your layer heights that you choose. That's really what it comes down to, and probably infill as well. Like you can go for a low infill. If it's not a mechanical part, you can just go for a low infill and just choose lines, and then that's about it. All right, so that's it, guys. Well done.